Hello, I'm Josh, and welcome to another edition of the VR News. This week, we've got prototypes, updates, and pop-ups. So let's get the opening titles rolling and get this show on the road. Kicking off this week, Facebook Reality Labs have shown off a prototype for a new display that's just got to be the smallest we've ever seen. They call it the Holographic Near-Eye Display, and it could genuinely lead to headsets that have a similar form factor to sunglasses. This new method to head-mounted optics uses a holographic approach to refract light inside a super thin film rather than using lenses found in existing VR HMDs. This will make the new units thinner and lighter. The current prototype is just that, a prototype. It has no method of tracking nor any hardware built in for computing. It's just a wearable display. So it needs to be plugged into an external device like a computer in order for it to receive any images. Oh, and it only has a green monochrome display. They have tested out a full color version, but this one isn't wearable yet. It's only a benchtop prototype. I really like the direction they're going here. It'd be really cool to see tech like this incorporated into something like a Oculus Quest 2 or maybe 3 to really help get the weight down and keep the headsets as comfortable as possible. Staying with Facebook Reality Labs, and they've shown off an update to their photoreal avatars. A while ago now, Facebook showed off their initial work on these avatars, and they admittedly looked great. They have lifelike expressions which make it super easy to convey emotion and body language in conversation. One of the issues though is the eyes. They really fall into the uncanny valley and can look a little glazed over, a bit like in the Polar Express. I bring this up because in a new technique, they seem to have fixed that problem. Using a new eye tracking and post-processing method that admittedly goes a bit over my head, they're able to iron out the kinks in the look of these eyes. Naturally again, this is all research and requires facial and eye tracking, which has yet to really make it into consumer hardware. If this is a look ahead into what next-gen VR headsets can do, I think it's pretty damn awesome. Moving on now to something that isn't Facebook related. Dreams came out on PlayStation earlier in the year. If you haven't checked it out yet, it's an awesome creation tool by Little Big Planet devs Media Molecule. If you do know this game software thing, you know what it is. You can use the really versatile tools to build games, animations, music, scenes, 3D models. You get the idea. Then upload them to the Dreamiverse, where people can play and remix them into their own creations. This is a traditional 2D experience though. You use the PS4 controller or the Move controllers when in creation mode and play it on your TV. Well, that's all about to change. Media Molecule have announced a big update coming on July 22nd that will allow you to create and play using PlayStation VR. This is something that people have been asking for since it came out, as the creation tools really lend themselves to VR. As I said, you can already use the Move controllers when creating, adding VR support was only logical. Sculpting 3D models on a 2D display can be a bit tricky. The added depth and versatility VR will bring will really help streamline the creation process. Plus we'll see tons of awesome VR games created in the tool. It might even be a great way to mock up a quick prototype of a game before using something like Unity or the Unreal Engine for the actual project. With this and Iron Man VR just coming out, PSVR is getting really tempting for me. Maybe I'll just wait for an inevitable PSVR 2 on the PlayStation 5, if and when that's announced. Our last story of the week is a bit of a follow-up to a previous one I did on the delivery of ads in VR. Sony have filed a patent for a new method to deliver ads in VR. Unlike the technique AdMix is using, which I referenced in a previous video, these ads will not be embedded into the game world. These are more traditional pop-up ads that will be overlaid into your peripheral vision. These ads will be able to be targeted based on the content you're looking at to promote recognition of a given service or thing. One example used is of a concert with multiple people performing at the same time. The headset will be able to tell which artist is being focused on and change the ads accordingly. As this is only a patent, there is no guarantee it'll actually make it to market, but it is a bit of a scary thought though. If you're going to do ads in VR, I personally prefer the method AdMix was using, where it would embed them into the world in the form of billboards and posters like what you would get in the real world. Done correctly, you wouldn't really notice them any more than billboards or posters in the real world. Having pop-ups slightly obscuring the vision of the game world, even if it is in your peripheral, I don't think I like that at all. Well, that's it for this week. That's all I've got for you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. Please, please, please subscribe. I know it's the annoying YouTube thing to do, but I am getting this channel rolling. I have seen a bit of growth since I started doing this, which is fantastic. I'd love to see more. I'd love to hear what you want me to do. If you've got any suggestions of games that I might be able to stream, I have an Oculus Quest, so any recommended games for that, let me know. I might record some gameplay. We'll see how we go. If you like the sound of my voice and want to hear more of it, I've just released the 143rd episode of a podcast I do with two other mates where we talk about games in general. We cover game news, we cover games we've been playing for the week. It's not just VR stuff. In fact, it's not much VR stuff at all, hence the reason I started doing this, to scratch my VR itch. So please go listen to the Heroes Tavern. I'll have a link to that in the description of this video. But yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you all next time. Until then, stay spazzy.